Good morning, boys and girls. What's up, reapers? Well, we're not reaping today. We're not in the sand today because we broke into somebody's pool. No, we didn't break into nobody's pool. Don't break into people's pool, guys. That's kind of messed up. Today, one of my family members allowed me to come over to their house to check it out because he has a pool, and I'm gonna be testing out some lures. So far I have tested out a Luckycraft 110. Let me see. Flash Minnow. You guys will see it in the GoPro underwater footage. I tested this guy out right here. Okay, he still has the split ring on it. That's why I tested him out first, showing you guys the difference between the technical angular power clips and the split rings, and how they swim in the water. So, and this is not epoxy, by the way. This is chartreuse color. If you're wondering what color it is, this is chartreuse color. This one still hasn't. Well, I've used it a few times in salt water, but not too many. So, I've already tested that one out. I also tested out a Jimmy Kivel 110. Let me see if I can show you guys that. Right here, one-handed, open up boxes and stuff. Here you go, Jimmy Kivel 110 right here. See that? You can actually see the ball bearings and stuff in it. I tested that one out. He still has his split ring there. See that? He still has his split ring on it. So tested that one in the water. You'll see it in the underwater GoPro footage too. I had to refilm a lot of this, but I put them away already because I just noticed my camera was completely gunked up. It was just completely just fouled up with stuff. So now we're moving on. Alright, so the next one is a Luckycraft 110 Flash Minnow SP, okay, without the split ring, and this is epoxied. We're going to show you how the difference of how this swims, epoxied, and with a technical angler power clip on it. I don't know if you guys, yeah, it's focusing now. And if you're wondering what rod this is a Cousin's tackle rod. All right, it's a 8'6" light, 6 to 12 pound line, 1/4 to 3/4 ounce lures. The Luckycrafts are 5/8 of an ounce, a little bit heavier than ½ ounce. I have this one paired with a Pen Clash 3000, and I'm looking forward to the new one, guys. This is a Pen Clash 3000. I have 20-pound braid on this, okay. It acts like 8-pound mono anyway, so I have 8-pound braid on this, and I do have a piece of fluorocarbon tied onto it. So we're gonna see how this one works right now. Alright guys, the next one up is the Luckycraft 115 Surf Pointer Ayame. Okay, that's the next one up. It says right there, I don't know if you guys can read it or not. Let's see if I can face it this way in the sun so you guys can read it. There you go, I'm pretty sure you guys can read it now. This is in their dark green color. I keep forgetting the name of this color, but bigger lip. This one sinks, so we're gonna see how this one swims. I'm gonna have a fun time trying to record this one because this one sinks a lot deeper and it swims a lot harder, so we'll see how it goes. Alright guys, next up is a Flash Minnow 130 MR. Okay, this is in 3/4 ounce range. I don't know if you guys could see the ball bearings in it. Let's see if I could get like this. Yeah, you can see the ball bearings in there now. There's 3 weight transfer ball bearings. There you go. This one's epoxied too. So we're gonna see how this one swims. It does not make a nice clicking sound because there's no beads in the head of the lure. So we'll see how this one swims. Alright guys, so I just finished with the Luckycraft Flash Minnow 130 MR. It was epoxy, and I usually take out the split rings anyways on those to throw on the tactical angler power clips. This next one is one of my very first Luckycrafts. It's held up pretty well. I usually use it for bass. I've caught halibut on it too. I normally throw it off of jetties and stuff. So here it is. Okay, this is the Luckycraft pointer. This is a Luckycraft pointer 130, I believe, or 150. It is a suspending lure. It makes a lot of noise for you, a lot of bass fishermen. This thing right here is just awesome. It is just an awesome piece of equipment. It has a lot of flash on this one. So if you're gonna be a bass fisherman and you want to throw a big jerk bait, this one right here, I highly recommend it right here. So we're gonna see how this swims. Alright guys, so we just did the Luckycraft pointer suspending lure. I think it's a 130 or a 150. I can't remember the number on that one. But this one right here is the same thing. It says SP pointer. It's a Luckycraft pointer right here. I use this one a lot more for bass when I'm bass fishing for like spotted bay bass, calicos, all up and down the jetties and stuff. This right here, it's just the same thing. It makes a lot of noise. The reason why they make a lot of noise, guys, I don't know if you guys could see that or not, but there's glass beads inside the head of these things. Let me see if I do it like this. No, I don't think you guys could see it or not, but there's glass beads inside the heads of these things and make a lot of noise. They've also put like steel butt bearings in it, so it makes just a heck of a ton of noise. This one casts a little bit better than the other one, than the 130. They have like kind of weirdly, oddly shaped bodies, so they catch a lot of air sometimes. This one casts a little bit better just because it's a little bit more compact. The bigger one doesn't cast as far, but for jetties and stuff like that, you don't want to be casting out far anyways. I usually cast these perpendicular against the jetties and stuff to coax anything to come out of the rocks. High to mid drag, keep them from getting inside the rocks. And so yeah, we're gonna see how this one swims right now. Alright guys, next one up is the Daiwa Salt Pro Minnow. I've had this for a long time already. I never really gotten a lot of action out of it though. This was the Salt Pro Minnow 15F. They do have smaller versions. I'll get to the smaller version later on, but this is the floating version right here. And I do not use this cousin's rod to cast this. This will break my rod if I were to try to cast it. This is coming in like almost at a 1 ounce. They do have transfer bearings inside them. But yeah, this is my Daiwa Salt Pro Minnow 15F. We'll see how this one swims. Alright guys, so I had a lot of problems with that Daiwa floater minnow, that 15F. It just kept floating. It's a real surface lure. I mean, it just keeps going to the surface. If you want it to be, if you want a lure that just keeps floating, that lure is one of the ones to go with. It casts very far, I could tell you that, and it swims okay. It doesn't have that much noise in it though. The next one I'm going to do is the Daiwa Salt Pro Minnow 15, and this is the S version. This is in bone color right here. I've had a lot of bites on this one actually. I've had a few halibut bites. I've had spotted bay bass, calico bass bite on this. I've had multiple species bite this. Just because it's a sinking version. It's not a down here in Southern California, we don't have that many you know, surface monsters, you know, coming after, you know, plugs and stuff. Most of our fish are like bottom to mid-range, so you're always better off going with you know, sinking lures around here, or suspending lures around here. So let's try this one out in the water, see how it goes.